Ayana Etienne.
And I'm Teresa Cross.
And welcome to
TN2 Primary Literacy Lane.
All right, Teresa, I have to say this. One of my absolute favorite things to watch in classrooms is students actually talking to each other about what they're reading.
Same. When kids start saying things like, but where's your evidence? Or I think the author meant, I'm over here like, yes, that's comprehension in action.
Exactly. That student-to-student discussion is where the magic happens. It's how kids process ideas, make connections, and actually think. But let's be honest, great discussion just doesn't come out of thin air.
Nope, it starts with the teacher asking a really strong question. And not just any question. We're talking about benchmark-aligned, high-quality questions. That's why those benchmark cards are basically our little instructional superheroes.
Absolutely. Pulling those stems and then pairing them with a specific moment in the text is like unlocking deeper comprehension. Suddenly kids move from what happened to why does that matter?
But here's the part teachers don't always say out loud. Planning those questions takes time, and teachers are already doing the most.
Well, dun dun dun! Solution, AI. Seriously, tools like Microsoft Copilot can help so much. You can upload a passage or even just snip a snapshot or screenshot, and Copilot will generate discussion questions aligned to standards.
And listen, we heard this in a podcast. AI is like the C student that gives you the draft, but it's up to you to turn it into an A+. You add the nuance, the text evidence, the student-friendly wording.
Yes, it's like a planning partner, but it's not a replacement. It saves time, gives you a starting point, and lets you focus on what matters, refining the questions so they really push student thinking.
And when that intentional question meets actual student talk, whew, that's when you see comprehension deepen right in front of you. Students cite evidence, clarify their thinking, and learn from each other.
Well, it also builds confidence.
True.
They realize, oh, it's not just something I do quietly, it's something I discuss, and that my ideas actually matter.
So teachers, as you plan, use those benchmark cards, lean into AI support, and build in time for rich student discussions.
Because when students talk,
they think deeper, they understand more, and they grow as readers.
So stay tuned so you can see a little tutorial on just how to use that Microsoft Copilot AI. Happy reading! Hello, welcome to TN2 Primary Literacy Lane. Today we're going to be talking about how we're going to leverage AI, specifically Microsoft Copilot, to help generate some good thought-provoking questions for discussion in your lessons. So I'm going to take you right from the beginning. I'm going to go to Staff Hub because that's my one-stop shop to get everything. I'm going to go to Instructional Guides by going to Instructional Elementary Literacy. I'm moving through this part quickly because we all know how to do this by now. K5 literacy files, and then I scroll down and find my instructional guides. That's how I like to pull them up. Now for today's purposes, I'm going to use second grade as my example, and I know I'm in Unit 3, and we're currently looking at Text Set 3. And I'm going to go to my landing page because that's my one-stop shop as well. I've got everything I need. I know, again, Unit 3, Text Set 3. We are looking at, specifically, I'm going to go with the writing companion. They've got the beat is the name of my text. And what I use to know which benchmark cards to pull from, my benchmark stack here. And I see ELA.2.R.2.2, central idea, is my focus benchmark. So I'm going to go over to the benchmark cards. I'm going to click on that. And they pop up. I scroll. Here's 2.2. And then I'm going to click the download arrow. And just to see it, open it up. And as I scroll down, I can see stack scaffolding options. And these are the question prompts. Now I could just use my snipping tool, snip it real quick and drop it into Microsoft Copilot, but I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to go back to my landing page, And now I'm going to pick up my TE. And this is my PDF of the TE. And you can see it's loading here. Same drill, I'm going to download it here and click on it to open just to see it. Scroll, scroll, scroll. And this is the text that, oh, they've got the beat. This is the text that we're pulling from. So now I'm going to go to Microsoft Copilot. Now I have one open, but for the purposes of this, I'll show you how I go straight from my uh, window here, and I've got my little waffle tile here. I'm going to click, and Microsoft Copilot is right there, and it's loading and ready for me. So all I have to do is click Add Content. Now I'm going to click Upload Images and Files, and I'm already here in my downloads, but on the far left pane, you can always click Downloads, look for it, and it's right here. So I have my text set 3. In addition, I have my benchmark cards. So my TE and my benchmark cards. I click them both together and click Open. And now it's loading. And while it's loading, I'm going to ask it a question. Using the files attached, create good discussion questions for the text titled They've Got the Beat. Use the benchmark cards, scaffolding questions attached. And now I click my arrow and let it do its magic. It's thinking and it's pulling information from both the TE because it's looking for the text, and it's also pulling from the benchmark card because that's what I told it to do. So here they've got what is the topic of they've got the beat, what is the central idea of this text, how do you know, is this an example of a central idea or a topic? Then it's got relevant details. So it gave me 3 different sections between central idea, relevant details, text features, so lots of things. It actually pulled a bunch of those questions. So I'm going to narrow it down. I'm going to say, what are the best 3 questions to ask during a class discussion using the text They've Got the Beat and the benchmark cards scaffolding questions. So I could very well use one of those, but they gave me a lot. So I'm going to narrow it down to just 3 questions that I'm asking them that are good for a class discussion. So what is the central idea? How do you know? What are 3 details, relevant details from the text that support the central idea? How do the text features like the bar graph or photo help you understand information in text? These are great, and they even have prompts to explain to you what this question does. Now, I'm going to take the step further. Can you provide anticipated responses for each question? Now, I could very well do that myself, but it's quick and easy to do. And it's thinking. And for each one of those questions, there are my anticipated responses as well. Now, and then he even asked, would you like these responses in a student-friendly sentence stem format? Because I could provide that in terms of differentiation. Now, I'm going to do one more thing to show you. I'm going to ask it, can you create a multiple choice question using a different question stem from the benchmark card? So now I know we're doing discussion questions, but if I wanted to do exit ticket questions as well, it generates my multiple choice possible responses. Here's another question: which of the following is a relevant detail that supports the central idea? And then they would have to select. And then again, now I can copy and paste all of these things. I can either hit the little copy paper at the end and put it into a Word document that I have open, or I can highlight it, right click, copy, and paste it into an open Word document as well. However you would like to do it. But after each prompt, it does allow me to do that copy too. So just so you know, you can do that as well. So I hope you have an easy time navigating through Microsoft Copilot and having fun with it to help you maximize your time while planning these great discussion questions. Happy reading!